My name is Dan Brightwell. I'm the chairperson for the Southfield Veterans Commission. Today is July the 9th, 2008. We're in the Southfield Public Library. Today we're interviewing veteran Mr. James Bezy. Mr. Bezy, also present we have Ethel Grossman, who is a commissioner, and also Tim Workers, who is a commissioner and our camera operator. Mr. Bezy, could you just give us your full name, date of birth, place of birth, and branch of the service?
James Michael Bezy, June 17th, 1947,
Okay.
Detroit, Michigan, U.S. Army Security Agency.
Okay. All right. Were you drafted or enlisted?
I was going to be drafted, but I beat the draft by enlisting.
Oh, okay.
I enlisted for 4 years with the thought that I would not have to go to Vietnam. I spent the first year in basic training and advanced training, and our whole class was assigned to Turkey. And then they changed the orders, pulled us all back, and sent us to another training.
Okay.
And when that training was finished and we all graduated, we got orders for Vietnam.
That's the Army, right?
It's the Army.
That's the Army.
Exactly.
Okay, so what were you doing before you enlisted?
Before I enlisted, I was saving my money working at Ford Motor Company so that I could afford to go to college. I was the oldest of 10 children.
Okay.
My parents, my father was self-employed, and it was pretty difficult with 10 kids to afford to send the oldest son to college. So I said, that's fine, I'll work.
Sure.
I'll save my money and I'll go to college and I'll pay for it.
Okay.
And when I was in basic training, I received my acceptance from college.
Oh.
By that time, it was too late.
Yeah, you got to serve your
I was
time.
already in the Army.
Right, right. How old were you when you enlisted?
I was, I think I was 19. It was 1966, so
Okay.
it was just, 19 years old.
Okay. When you enlisted, where did you go here locally to enlist? And from there, where did you go? And how did you get there?
I went to Detroit, to the recruiting station in Detroit, and then when I passed the physical and received, the word, that's when I spoke with the recruiters. I wanted to first go in the Air Force, possibly the Navy. They were not available. I did not want to go in the Marines, no offense. And I found the Army, and I took some tests. I did well on the tests, and they said, you've qualified for military intelligence. I didn't realize at the time, but I know now that's an oxymoron. But I thought that was the best thing. And so when I left Detroit, the train station in Detroit, and I think it was overnight to St. Louis, St. Louis, Missouri.
All right.
And there boarded a bus to, I think it was Columbia, Missouri, just outside of Fort Leonard Wood, which was the basic training facility that I went to, and I was there for, I believe, 8 weeks.
Okay. Okay. How did you find basic training? Did you have any adjustments to basic?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Day one, getting your hair shaved, having hair one moment and having not a hair in your head the next was quite an experience.
Right, right.
Having them tell you that I don't care if the boots don't fit, put them on, and the clothes, they don't fit, shut up, wear them, you're in the Army now. Basic was interesting. Calisthenics every day before breakfast. I thought I'd never be able to handle going across those that ladder that was that you had to swing across, the monkey bar that you had to swing across. Did it for every day for 8 weeks, and by the time 8 weeks was over, I was in pretty good shape and learned a lot.
Sure, sure. Did you, other than